Hello and welcome to our journey today. We are setting our sights on a nation that is both ancient and one of the youngest in the world. Today, we visit the beautiful country of East Timor, or as it is officially and more commonly known, Timor-Leste. This small but mighty nation is nestled in the vast archipelago of Southeast Asia, a place of stunning natural beauty and profound cultural depth. It is a country that tells a powerful story of survival, resilience, hope, a story that is etched into its landscapes and carried in the hearts of its people. Here is the flag of Timor-Leste. It is a bold and meaningful design that speaks volumes about the country's past and its aspirations for the future. The design features a vibrant red field, which represents the long and arduous struggle for national liberation. Overlaid on this is a black triangle, symbolizing the 4 centuries of colonial obscurantism that the nation had to overcome. Within the black triangle sits a smaller yellow triangle, representing the enduring traces of colonialism in the nation's history. Finally, at the very center, a brilliant white star, the Star of Peace, shines brightly, signifying the guiding light that leads towards a future of harmony and progress. Now let's pinpoint Timor-Leste on a world map to understand its geographical context. Look towards the eastern end of the Indonesian archipelago, just north of Australia. There, you will find the island of Timor. Timor-Leste occupies the eastern half of this island. This location, at the edge of the Coral Triangle, makes Timor-Leste a place of incredible marine biodiversity and rugged, untouched landscapes. It is a destination that is still off the beaten path for many world travelers, offering a genuine and unfiltered experience. The nation's journey to full sovereignty is very recent, officially recognized only in 2002. Making it a place where history is not just in museums, but is a living, breathing part of the present. As we delve deeper, we will uncover the many layers. To get a better sense of Timor-Leste, let's start with some essential facts that provide a clear and concise overview of the country. The capital city and its largest urban center is Dili. Located on the northern coast, Dili is the vibrant heart of the nation's government, commerce, and culture, a bustling port city where modern development meets traditional life. The total population of the country is approximately 1.3 million people, a relatively small number that contributes to the strong sense of community you can find throughout the islands. In terms of physical size, Timor-Leste is a compact country. Its total land area covers around 15,000 square kilometers, roughly comparable to the size of Connecticut or the country of Montenegro. This small size, however, packs in an incredible diversity of landscapes, from soaring mountains to pristine coastlines. When it comes to currency, Timor-Leste officially uses the United States dollar as its legal tender, while also minting its own centavo coins for smaller purchases. The country has 2 official languages, Tatum and Portuguese. Tatum is the most widely spoken indigenous language, serving as the lingua franca that connects different ethnic groups across the nation. Portuguese, a legacy of its colonial history. The geography of Timor-Leste is dominated by a dramatic and rugged character. A formidable mountain range, the Ramelau Range, forms the spine of the island running from the eastern tip to the western border. The central massif is characterized by steep forest-clad slopes, deep, fertile valleys and peaks, including Mount Ramelau, also known as Tatamailau, which stands at nearly 3,000 meters above sea level. This mountainous terrain defines much of the interior, making travel challenging but offering breathtaking vistas and a sense of profound isolation and natural grandeur. The landscape is a mosaic of lush greenery, sharp inclines, and hidden plateaus, where communities have thrived for centuries. Descending from the mountainous interior, the landscape transitions to coastal plains and stunning shorelines. The northern coast is generally drier and features a series of beautiful sheltered bays and long stretches of white, Timor-Leste's natural world is one of its greatest treasures, particularly the vibrant marine ecosystems just offshore. The country is within the famed Coral Triangle, the global epicenter of marine biodiversity. The coral reefs here are some of the most pristine and species-rich on Earth. Waters around islands like Otaro are legendary for diverse, hard corals, soft corals. The reefs form a kaleidoscopic underwater city. Reefs teem with tiny, colorful reef fish, larger pelagic species. Divers exploring, a diver's paradise. Beyond fish and corals, Timor-Leste's seas host marine megafauna. It's a premier spot for whale watching, dolphin watching. Ambai and Wetar Straits, a major migratory corridor. Seasonally, you can see blue whales. The culture of Timor-Leste is a rich and resilient tapestry, woven from ancient indigenous traditions, the deep influence of Roman Catholicism, and the historical threads of Portuguese contact and Indonesian contact. At its core, the culture is deeply communal and family-oriented. Life, especially in the rural villages, moves at a slower, more deliberate pace, guided by the seasons and a close connection to the land and the sea. People rely on strong kinship ties and a spirit of mutual support, known as relação, which binds communities together. Daily life often revolves around subsistence activities like farming small plots of land, fishing in coastal waters, and gathering in lively local markets to trade goods and share news. Food is a central element of Timorese culture. The history of Timor-Leste is a long and complex saga of resilience in the face of immense hardship. For centuries before the arrival of Europeans, the island of Timor was inhabited by various ethnic groups who had migrated from mainland Asia and Melanesia. These early societies were organized into small kingdoms and chiefdoms, living off the land and engaging in trade with neighboring islands and with merchants from as far away as China and India. They traded valuable resources like aromatic sandalwood beeswax and honey, establishing a reputation for the island as a source of exotic goods. This period was characterized by a rich tapestry of local cultures, beliefs, and political alliances that shifted and evolved over time. This established way of life was irrevocably altered in the 16th century with the arrival of Portuguese traders and missionaries. Drawn by the lucrative sandalwood trade, Portugal gradually established a colonial presence on the eastern half of the island. The economy of Timor-Leste is in a state of development, facing both significant challenges and promising opportunities as it works to build a sustainable future for its people. The foundation of the economy remains agrarian, with a large portion of the population engaged in subsistence farming and small-scale agriculture. Families cultivate crops like corn, rice, cassava, sweet potatoes, primarily for their own consumption. This reliance on agriculture makes the economy vulnerable to weather fluctuations and climate change, but it also underscores the deep connection between the people and the land. Fishing is another vital sector, providing food security and a source of income for numerous coastal communities that dot the island's long shoreline. For the adventurous traveler seeking an authentic and unspoiled destination, Timor-Leste offers a wealth of incredible experiences. The journey often begins in the capital, Dili, a city with a relaxed, seaside atmosphere. A walk along the waterfront promenade, the Avenida de Portugal, is a perfect introduction with its collection of cafes and views of the ocean. A must-see landmark is the towering Cristo Rey statue, a colossal figure of Christ that stands atop a hill at the eastern end of the bay. The climb to the top is rewarded with breathtaking panoramic views of the city, the surrounding coastline, and the azure sea, especially at sunrise or sunset. For those drawn to the wonders of the underwater world, Otaro Island is an unmissable highlight. A short boat trip from Dili, Otaro is renowned for having some of the most biodiverse waters on the planet. The snorkeling and diving here are simply world-class, with crystal-clear visibility. Every nation's story is shaped by its leaders and inspirational figures, and Timor-Leste is no exception. Two individuals stand out for their pivotal roles in the country's long and difficult journey to freedom. The first is Zanana Gusmao, a charismatic leader who commanded the armed resistance movement from the mountains for many years. After his capture, he continued to be a symbol of defiance from prison. Following independence, he became the nation's first president and later served as prime minister, guiding the country through its critical early years of state building. His name is synonymous with the struggle for liberation and the foundation of the modern Timorese state. Working alongside him on the diplomatic front was José Ramos Horta.